Whatever it takes, I know I can make it through. A Degrassi podcast with Kelsey and Holland too. I know I can make it through.
Hi, and welcome to Whatever It Takes, a podcast about Degrassi, the Next Generation. I'm Kelsey.
And I'm Holland. And today we're talking about Season 13, Episodes 9 and 10. This is how we do it, and you got me. And also, disclaimer, I am sick, which is why I sound like this. And Kelsey, will you please read us the Degrassi wiki summaries?
Oh boy, yeah. All right. As summer comes to an end and Becky tries to understand the meaning behind...
You're reading the wrong one.
I'm reading the wrong one.
I went like this with my mouth.
Oh, sorry, I missed it. Student Council President Drew, I was pretty sure I was doing the wrong one. Okay. Student Council President Drew wants to make sure everyone has a positive year after the devastating loss of Adam. But it is easier said than done when he's battling insomnia. Zoe's about to tackle her greatest role yet. Zoe Rivas, Degrassi student. Okay, dramatic. But when you grow up on a film set, how do you know what is cool in the real world? Allie wants to spend her senior year with her best friends, but when Leo flies to be by her side, it will take some convincing for the group to accept him as her new boyfriend. Ugh. All right, part 2. Zoe mistakenly tells people that she and Drew are together. Drew's treatment for his insomnia sinks low. Allie is happy to have restarted her relationship with Leo, but her best friends have a big problem of it. Sorry that I sound like an illiterate robot reading it. I'm trying to read at an angle and I'm wearing my glasses, so also, I can't see.
The wiki, so it always sounds kind of off anyway. Also, note first appearance of Frankie Hollingsworth. I guess.
Sure.
I guess Miles' sister becomes somebody. Yeah, sure, that's all fine. I mean, it's all accurate, I guess.
Wasn't she in the throwback episode?
I think she was she the racist one?
Maybe.
I can't remember why she was racist, but I think she drew something racist and was like, I didn't know it was racist. And then everybody hated her. I can't remember.
That might have been it.
And
that sounds familiar.
And she was like, I'm sorry if you were offended. And it was like, oh no, that's not how you apologize, Frankie. I think that might have been her.
Why? That's the only part that had nothing to do with the actual Degrassi cast that we knew that I remember.
And
also, I remember Tiny.
Tiny and Purple Hair Girl.
Yeah,
and
Purple Hair Girl.
They were a couple, and I think Purple Hair Girl led the protest thing.
It was a protest, but it was 2 something.
It was about the zero tolerance, and they got rid of zero tolerance.
It was a thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Are we gonna rewatch that one when we?
Probably. It'll have been a couple years.
That's true.
And we'll actually have context.
We will have context,
and it'll also probably be old people who we know and love are back. We've already seen it, but it'll mean more, maybe? I don't know.
I'm into it.
Because even when we watched it then, we still hadn't, actually completed everybody's stories.
Yeah, that's true.
Because, I feel like I feel like both of us stopped watching before, a lot of even the original people's stuff had wrapped up.
Yeah.
We never saw the fucking Spinner-Emma marriage.
No. Ugh. Don't even get me started.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about the episode titles?
Yes. Episode 9 is called This Is How We Do It, which is a 1995 song by Montel Jordan. It's amazing. I love this song. It's always playing on 90s night. You know it will be. I don't know why it's called this. This is how we start school? I don't know.
Sure.
This is how we do it in student council. I'm going to corrupt it with grade 9 girls who will vote for whatever I want. I don't know. Does that happen in part 1? I don't remember.
Probably.
And then the second episode is called You Got Me, which is a 1999 song by The Roots and Erykah Badu. Don't really know this song. I listened to a little bit of it before recording this. It's fine. I guess at the end of the second part, Drew's got Claire back, and she's like, you got me. I got you. I'm here for you. Sure. I don't know.
This episode was a time.
It was a lot. I'm sorry. I also apologize. There's going to be a lot of coughing, and I'm probably not going to edit it out because I'm lazy. So I'm sorry. I just took a Ricola, which was a mistake, but hopefully it helps. Anyway.
Fingers crossed.
Should we just do Fashion Police right away? Because Claire's got a long brown wig.
Yes.
Now.
Speaking of Claire.
Do you think that's her real hair, or do you think?
No, it's a wig. It's full wig.
Okay.
It's full wig.
Because I'm sure the actress didn't actually shave her head, but like, did she just dye her hair? No, it's definitely a wig.
It's full wig. Speaking of Claire, she still dresses like a guidance counselor, but she's like updated it to dress like a slightly younger guidance counselor.
Maya got contacts, which they talk about. Oh my god, in the beginning, Jenna's wearing a pink maxi dress, which is definitely like, remember when maxi dresses were like a thing?
Yeah.
It was like the thing.
Yeah.
Like, I like a maxi dress. I still have a couple, but I remember this is probably 2013, 2014. That was definitely like peak maxi dress time. Oh, and at the assembly, Connor's wearing a giant calculator because he's the treasurer.
God, is it 2013 or 2014 in these episodes?
I think so. Here, let's consult the wiki. Yeah, August 2013.
Oh my god,
October 2013.
I already graduated from college. That's insane.
I was about to graduate from college.
That's insane.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
That puts things in a weird new perspective, and I'm 1,000 years old. My only other fashion note is that Leo's wearing a Miami Vice suit.
I wrote that too. When in his introduction, the first thing, when he's like getting out of the cab or whatever, you see his fucking blue suede shoes or whatever. He's wearing blue shoes, which are awful. I wrote tank top bros Drew and Dallas because at one point they're both just wearing tank tops together.
Yeah, no, I was watching this with my friend, and they continuously commented on how these men do not wear. These men's. You guys, I am struggle bussing so hard today.
We're both doing amazing. We're both sick in different ways right now.
Yep, not doing great. Just couldn't stop commenting on how these men don't seem to wear regular shirts when they're near each other. Literally ever. It's just tank tops all damn day.
Allie loves a bold belt. And Zoe loves a statement necklace. Zoe wears a statement necklace with like every single outfit.
Well, this is like the time of the statement necklace.
Yeah. During the like Bauble, like that online jewelry store that I feel like everyone like gravitated toward. Zig got older and like more filled out and chiseled. Maybe
I did not recognize him.
Yeah, it took me like grew up a little bit.
It took me several tries to be like, oh, it's Zig.
His jaw is more square. He looks more like the Zig that we saw in that movie, the Sadie's Last Day on Earth or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good call.
Which is why we probably didn't recognize him when he came on the show because he was like a tiny little pipsqueak.
Yeah.
And he's wearing like a jean jacket with leather sleeves. Remember those? Those were also a thing.
They were very bad.
Everybody had those. And I was like, I want one. And sometimes they'd have like a sweatshirt hood too.
Yeah.
It was like a lot going on. It was a lot going on.
Too many materials for one piece of clothing.
Yeah. And then I think that's all that I have. Yeah. Okay.
Connor and Jenna are still going strong.
Love it. So all of student council gets to school like at 6 a.m. to set up for like the welcome back assembly. And it's like Claire, Connor, Allie, Dallas, Jenna. And they're like, we can't get into the gym. The door's locked. What's going on? And then like Drew pops out of the gym and is like, I've been here since whatever. And I've set up everything already and it's all good to go. But before that, Dallas is still hitting on Allie, and everyone is very surprised that Drew is at school at 6 a.m.
Which is fair.
And he has the assembly all set up. And I'm like, oh, looks like someone's keeping busy to stay distracted from his depression. Oh, and I think, are Becky and Imogen? Oh, no, this is the next scene.
Yeah, the next scene we're in the assembly, and Imogen is there, and she turns around and she sees Becky, and she's like, hey, whatever. And then Imogen goes, fun summer? Oh. Yeah. And I'm like, Imogen, you gotta stop doing that.
Yeah. And then we're with Maya and Tristan, and I don't really remember what they say, but I think the gist of it is like, Maya has contacts now.
Yeah, it's basically Maya has contacts now. Also, she's probably going to try to, like, hook up with Miles. Like, that's, like, the general vibe. Also, Winston is walking with, like, or maybe this is the next scene.
Well, Winston and Miles, like, walk into the gym, and then, like, Miles is like, you've already been here for a whole year. You gotta, like, tell me how it is. I'm like, Winston was supposed to have been here for, like, a whole year already? Why did we not know about Winston?
I don't know.
What is this weird retrofitting thing?
I don't know. And then he says something about how, like, Winston hasn't met any girls, like, since he got there, which, sure. And Winston goes, there are no girls here worth knowing, which made me
gay.
First of all, yeah, definitely gay. But I also wrote down, is Winston the Darcy of Pride and Prejudice, but of Degrassi?
I think he's gay.
I also think he's gay, but that line, I was just like, Darcy.
And then Drew's on the stage, and he's talking like a motivational speaker, and he's like, this year's gonna be the best year ever! And then he, like, introduces everyone. Also, did we know that Allie was the social coordinator?
Did we know that any of these people were in
any
student
of
council?
the other things? Nope.
No, we did not.
We only knew about Claire.
Drew is cheesy as hell, but I enjoy it.
And then he
and my question about, and I feel like we've talked about Degrassi assemblies a lot because they are unrealistic. What student is, like, cheering and having a good time at an introduction to your student council assembly?
You should already know who everybody is because you voted for them the year before.
Yeah.
Also, I don't think I've ever had this kind of assembly.
Me neither. Also, who cares? Like, I know that I'm, like, one specific kind of what a high school student was. But, like, I feel like it's not uncommon to, like, go to this sort of thing and be like, I don't care. I don't care about any of this.
Also, I mean, Degrassi is probably different because we know they love to just throw a dance willy-nilly out of nowhere.
How much money do they have?
I don't fucking know. But usually, I'm pretty sure the entire calendar, like, leadership-wise and event-wise, is planned out already by the time you're starting school. So you don't need, like, an assembly to be like, this year's gonna be great. Like, look out for announcements. It's like, no, you already know what's going to happen because they already have it planned. There's always going to be, like, the tentpole things. Like, and there is, like, I feel like it's already, you have to plan it out so far ahead of time anyway because there's, like, so many logistics that you can't do, like, last minute, like, let's throw a dance next week all of a sudden because that doesn't make sense logistically at all.
No.
Like, you wouldn't
neither
have
does most of the
this
show.
kind of assembly. I feel like the first assembly that I even had in high school would be, like, a month or two in, like when the first football game is going to happen, and it's like a pep rally type of situation. And I'm pretty sure all of those things are pretty optional. Like, you don't have to go to those.
I think, I'm trying to remember assemblies from my high school that weren't just us getting in trouble.
There were like, you're in trouble, we have to have an assembly because of it.
Yeah.
I don't know if we ever had that.
We had a bunch of those. We had, if you Google my high school, if you, like, Wikipedia my high school, it talks about all the various scandals that my high school has had. There have been several sex scandals, like child pornography scandals.
Ew.
Yeah. Not necessarily in the way that the conclusion that you're jumping to, but in the
I'm sure it's
kids
like
sharing
someone
nudes.
sent sexed and, like, it blew up, and, like, it's like one of those things where all the boys share it with all the other boys, and it's like,
There was one guy who kept, like, basically a server full of them.
Ew.
It was horrible. I think it was called, like, baseball or baseball team or something.
Oh God! If that ever happened at my school, I don't think I knew about it, or they didn't, like, highly publicize it.
I think it just kind of came out.
Yeah.
I wasn't, like, in the know about what was going on. I was as surprised as anyone else.
But I did just find out. This is gonna give you a little insight to what the town is like where I come from. But recently my mom texted, like, my siblings and I about, like, a scandal at our high school, and that one of the moms who was, like, the treasurer of, like, some booster club for, like, music or something, I can't remember, had been like stealing money from the Booster Club's budget. She stole like $10,000 or something. I'm like, who's giving $10,000 to like the music boosters? That's insane.
That's ridiculous.
Which is like,